Have you like eaten dinner or anything?
No.
Okay. You hungry?
A little bit.
You want some of your own pizza?
Yeah, I'll take a slice right now. I did half and half. Your sausage jalapeno, man, that's like my two favorites right there.
Really?
So, yes, sir.
Okay, fuck yeah.
So I did a half sausage jalapeno and then half of what's called the Jimmy Special.
Okay.
So, do you like pineapple on pizza?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's bacon, pineapple, jalapeno.
Okay, that's fire, bro.
This shit smacks, so. I take it light though, because I eat way too much pizza.
Having that just like accessible to you.
It's bad, dude.
It's like,
it's fucking dangerous.
Crazy, huh?
It's dangerous.
Alright, well, I feel like I have a fair amount of questions. You want to just jump straight into it?
I'm ready. Let's
okay,
get
for
it.
sure. First off, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you very much.
You were like and we'll get super into this, but it appears you are a business owner of a pizza restaurant in Santa Maria, and you literally came with pizza and breadsticks. So I appreciate you bringing all that shit because I have not eaten because I've been waiting for this.
Thank you very much.
So what do you own and what do you do?
So I own it's called Jimmy's Bravo Pizza in Santa Maria. We're just like a takeout delivery. It's not like a dine-in restaurant, but we're takeout delivery. And yeah, I'm the owner. And that's it, really, I guess. I don't know what else to say. But yeah, we're operating the business. It's funny when you say it like you're a business owner, like it's true, but in some way it hasn't fully hit me yet. Like that just sounds kind of funny. It's like you know, just growing up as a kid and being now a business owner is kind of like a little surreal, I guess you could say. But yeah, just run the restaurant. I'm in there making pizzas. I do my marketing. I do all that stuff. So pretty much anything you see is mostly me.
Is this hookah allowed on the table?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. For anybody watching, this is tobacco. So
yeah.
What how and do you mind us asking like how old you are?
I'm 24.
You look young.
I'm 24.
Okay, dope.
I'm
23. Yeah, that's how long have you been the owner of Jimmy Bravo's Pizza?
I became the owner April 1st of last year, 2021. So it's going on about a year, so we're 10 months in now. But I was working there since I was 17. So, you know, kind of started at the bottom, like delivery driver. Just went back there. At first, I didn't even know how to make pizzas. I was just washing dishes and delivering pizzas. And then kind of just, you know, learned little things here and there. And then eventually had the opportunity to buy a restaurant. And I don't know. Sometimes you like, I saw the opportunity and I was like, I don't think I'll get another opportunity like this. So I'm going to go in. So, yeah.
And why you? Why were they even trying to sell it, actually?
So, that's it. Oh, okay. So, you don't mind if I just start going and talking, because I could talk for days.
Yeah, do your thing.
Okay.
This episode is all about you. Literally all about you.
All right. So in I bought it in 2021. So 2019, the Papa John's in Santa Maria had closed down. So they had a lot of equipment there. And basically, the infrastructure was already set up for a pizza restaurant. And they were wholesaling all the equipment for a pretty good price. You know what I mean? Because usually trying to set up all that stuff, it costs a lot of money. But they were getting out already. The people who invested were getting out. So they were trying to just get rid of the stuff and, you know, liquidate it quick. So the owner of the Bravo Pizza in Longboat I was working at was saying, I want to go. I'm kind of thinking about doing it. And I told him, I was like, well, if you go, because I was already the manager in Longboat at that point. He said, well, if you go, I told him, if you go, I'll be the manager in Santa Maria. Like, I'll go out there and help you, because I was going to school out in Santa Maria. So I was just like, I'll just, you know, and to me, I felt like it would be very successful, and I wanted to be a part of doing something new and something different. So we did it. We opened it up, and to be honest, man, you think, you know, you're just gonna go over there and say Bravo Pizza, throw the sign up, and say people are gonna start showing up. Dude, it don't work like that. It does not work like that. So, you know, business wasn't really doing that good at first, if I'm being honest. When I was the manager, I actually got laid off. I got laid off from there. Not because it was just because he couldn't afford to pay me as a manager. So I kind of moved out to Santa Maria for this job and for school, and then got laid off for this job, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? I'm stuck here in Santa Maria now. Like, I could have stayed in Longboat and kind of been doing my thing out there. And, you know, just kind of had to fend for myself for a little bit. So then after a while, when COVID hit, go figure, all the restaurants shut down, right? We're takeout delivery, so we're kind of in the perfect position. You know what I mean? So he calls me back and saying the business is starting to pick up and he needs help. So I'm like, okay. So I come back and I'm the manager there. And I mean, he owns 2 restaurants, the guy who owned the pizza place in Longboat. And I think he kind of just had a lot on his plate. And, you know, when you start a new restaurant, you're not like, it takes a long time to get revenue to a point where you're making a sustainable living. Like if you have a mortgage and, you know, you have all these bills, your personal expenses, like to get to that point, if you don't have a lot of capital to start off, you know, most restaurants, when they used to say it costs $400,000 to like $800,000, even $1 million sometimes to open a restaurant, not all that is for the equipment. It's also for paying extra labor costs at the beginning and paying a bunch of marketing at the beginning, because it takes a lot to acquire customers and get your name out there. So, you know, we kind of didn't know that. We kind of just assumed we're just going to throw the logo up and see who the fuck shows up. And, you know, it kind of didn't work that way. But, so he kind of wanted to sell it because I think he was kind of overloaded with the work. And I was already running the place pretty much. Like I was the manager and he was the owner, but I was pretty much running day-to-day operations. So when he wanted to sell it, we talked about it. And, yeah, we decided that I would take over. So, that's it, yeah. I don't know where to go from there, but that's pretty much the gist of how that happened.
And just to clarify, this is the old owner of the Longboat one. He came with you?
Yeah, so there's been 2 owners of the Longboat one. I started with the original owner. The Longboat store's been there since 92.
What's that one called?
It's just called Bravo Pizza.
Bravo Pizza.
There's Bravo Pizza, and then there's Jimmy's Bravo Pizza.
And so it started as the same owner. You dipped over there to be the manager. You got laid off because it just wasn't popping yet.
Yes.
And then the guy that came with you, who was that guy?
His name's Matt Miller. Me and him are still good friends. Like,
okay.
We're actually going to Vegas together next month for the International Pizza Expo.
Are you serious?
So yeah, so like we still get along really well. Like when he laid me off, it wasn't like any hard feelings. I kind of knew it was coming, so I kind of prepared myself. I got a job as like a math tutor at Hancock part-time and told him like, dude, can you just put me at part-time because I know the business isn't doing good and I know. Mm-hmm. So we did that, and then after I was doing that for a little bit, he kind of just said, I can't afford to pay you. And it was like, you know, it kind of sucked, but that's how business works sometimes, you know. There's no hard feelings there. So when he called me back and said he needed help, like I was like, okay. And he said, I can't pay you what I was paying you before and things like that. But, you know, like we worked it out. I was in a position where I kind of needed like more, like it was hard because I was trying to go to school at the same time too. So going to school, and then I was working 2 other jobs, and he was like, I want you back. And I was like, I don't want to quit these other jobs because I don't know if you're going to keep me that long. So there was like a lot of variables. But we made it work, and me and him still get along really well. He's a good dude. So, yeah, but there was an original owner named Andre. That dude's a fucking nutcase, but dude, like, that guy taught me a lot. So the original owner of Bravo and Longboat, he's the one that opened the restaurant in 92. So Bravo and Longboat's been around forever. That was my first job. But Matt Miller, the other guy, bought it from Andre in about 2016, I think. So then the first excursion outside of Longboat was the Santa Maria location, which those are the one I now own. So, yeah.
So the owner came with you. He owned both locations.
Yes,
His
and I
name
was
Matt.
Yes, and I was the manager there. So essentially,
what made you want to move from Longboat to Santa Maria?
Yeah, sometimes you don't really have a reason why you want to do something. You kind of just like, when he mentioned that, it just made sense to me. Like, well, I was going to school already, so I was like, well, I'll go to school out there, so I could move out there and kind of just get like a little room or studio or something, and I'll go work out there and go to school, and you know. It was something different. I was living at my parents' house before this, so you know, kind of getting out and getting in a position where you're not like super comfortable and you kind of challenged. I was like, okay, this is kind of a good way to, you know, step out. And I was trying to also become more independent. I had lived by myself prior to that, and then moved with my parents for a little bit, and then moved to Santa Maria. So then that's how that worked. But yeah, just kind of, you kind of just, it just felt right. Like, yeah, I'm gonna move to Santa Maria because, I don't know, I thought we'd be very successful. But
And then why did he want to sell it to you? Like, how did that come into the equation? He was just like, dude, like, I just want to go back to the Longboat one. I just want to have one restaurant. Like, what made him go, you know what, like, you're the best man for this. Like, I need to get this off my hands.
I think running two restaurants. So I've learned with owning a restaurant, because I was the manager, but there's a big difference between being the manager of a restaurant and running day-to-day operations and being the owner and having to operate everything. There's a big difference, and I didn't think it was that big of a difference, but there is. I was kind of running the managerial part of everything, so he didn't really have to worry too much about day-to-day operations. Like, I was making sure that everything was prepped and ready to go, and I was there on like Friday, Saturday nights when we're busy, things like that, and I was even making schedules, all that stuff, and he was kind of taking care of whatever else he needed to take care of. But I think he was kind of getting overwhelmed with work in a way, not to the point where he was like he couldn't handle it, but he was almost like, if you want to take this off my hands, like, I'll let you. You know what I mean? So and I think he knew too, like, that I'm young, and he kind of saw that, like, I had ambition to kind of try to do something like that. So we made something work, and yeah.
So you were the only owner of it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So
one thing I like doing, I like talking numbers. Is that something that we can talk about on the podcast? Like, how much do you buy it off him for?
Yeah. What do you know? I bought it in Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. So that was like the next question. Like, you bought it in cryptocurrency.
I did. So that was more of, do you know the story of Bitcoin? You know what the first ever purchase with anything of?
Was it pizza?
It was pizza.
And it was probably like a couple hundred Bitcoins.
It was 10,000.
10,000.
This is back when Bitcoin was like below a cent per Bitcoin.
Like early 2000s.
2010 was when it happened.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So.
Damn. Were you on the crypto train back then?
Not in 2010.
Okay.
The first time I had bought Bitcoin, I want to say was 2016.
How much was one?
It was 800, but I didn't have a lot of money, so I had bought like $25 worth of it, and I only knew what Bitcoin was. You ever seen the movie Dope?
A$AP Rocky's in it.
Yes, yeah.
That's not a bad movie.
That's a dope ass movie. No pun intended, right? But like, that's how I learned what Bitcoin was. So I had kind of looked into it and kind of saw how it worked, and I was like, I'm gonna buy like $25 worth of this. That 25 turned to like 60 in like a matter of 6 months, and I thought, I was like, oh shit. I cashed that out because $60 to me at the time was like, I didn't even have a job. Yeah, I had just got started working at Bravo, so I kept doing that, and I would make some money off Bitcoin and thought I made a lot. Like, imagine if I put $100 back when it was 800, or I bought a whole Bitcoin back then. You know what I mean? But how was I supposed to have the foresight of where it's at now? But yeah, so we did it in Bitcoin more as like a tip of the cap to the first Bitcoin purchase and just the history of the crypto. And we are the first brick and mortar. There's been crypto and software companies that have been sold in cryptocurrency. We're the first ever brick and mortar store to be purchased in crypto. So and it was Pizza Shop. So we thought that story was really cool.
How much, like, you said you only had like at the time like $25 invested into Bitcoin. He must have sold it to you for like multiple Bitcoin, right?
Yeah. So when I had bought it, was that a year ago? This is actually when Bitcoin was like pretty much at its peak. So Bitcoin kind of climbed up super high, and we had already been talking about doing it in Bitcoin. We were talking about that for months before he actually sold it to me. So when we kind of just we set on a price. This is the fiat price of the restaurant.
Okay. After
like an appraisal. This is the fiat price. Transfer that to Bitcoin. It was just north of about 2 Bitcoins. So I didn't have 2 Bitcoins. Full disclosure. I had to finance that, but we turned that money. I did have some Bitcoin, but not 2.
Do you know how much you had, rough estimate?
I want to say, because at this time, I want to say I had about, I don't know exactly. I want to say it was north of like 2 grand. At this time though, dude, like I was working, before I bought the restaurant, I was working like 3 jobs and going to school and working 50, 60 hour week sometimes and still taking 2 classes. Like, I was like really like grinding, you know what I mean? And I had bills to pay and things like that. So it was like my finances I wasn't very financially free or free in time. But yeah, I can't remember exactly. I don't want to say it was about like $2,000. But Bitcoin, the price was fluctuating so much at that time. Like, it would be $2,000 one day, it would be $1,000 the next day, it'd be $3,000 the day after that. It was like, you know, you kind of just have to I knew I had Bitcoin, but it was more a long haul investment. So he was like, oh, we're gonna do it in Bitcoin. I started pumping more money into Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin, literally when I sold it, dude, like the time we bought the restaurant, that was Bitcoin's like peak. It was like at 65K. So right when he got the Bitcoin, dude, Bitcoin crashed. So that fucking sucks for him. But he ended up selling it too, and it didn't hurt. It didn't really hurt his pockets. But you know, so it was more just the tip of the cap to the crypto community as a whole and the future of, you know, finance, I guess.
Were you able to give him the 2-ish Bitcoin, like, as a whole, or are you still having, like, do you still owe him Bitcoin?
So he got the Bitcoin. He got the whole thing.
You gave him 2 Bitcoin.
I dealt with the finances separately. So I got the money, turned it into Bitcoin, and I said, okay, I'm going to deal with this over here on my end.
Are you still dealing with those finances?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So
just kind of, it just adds to, like, the monthly rent of things.
Yeah,
like,
I pay back my monthly, you know what I mean? So,
okay, nice.
Yeah, that's how it goes, though, you know. You got to spend money to make money.
You literally just wanted to, like, you could have taken the money you got from the bank or whatever and just gave it to him, or you wanted to be like, dude, like, let's tip our hats to the crypto community and people, you know, doing shit with Bitcoin and stuff. You converted it to Bitcoin, and then you just send it to him via some sort of like wallet exchange.
Yeah, exactly.
He has the Bitcoin now, sold it or whatever, and then now you're paying off like the US dollars or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially. So,
dude, that's a cool little story. Just to say you did it, like,
yeah.
Fuck it, like, why not?
Yeah.
You know? Like, and that's cool. He accepted it. Is he like another like on the younger side of things, or is he like 60?
He's in his, like, I want to say he's about to be 40 pretty soon, but he's in his 30s. But I mean, he's more, you know, got his finger on the pulse of what's going on. So he's probably more into crypto than I am, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
are you like still putting money and shit into crypto?
Here and there, yeah, I will. But more so, my restaurant occupies, like, I'm trying to invest everything I can into my restaurant.
Yeah.
So it depends though.
What's it like being like the owner? Like, do you feel stressed out right now?
Dude, you know what, dude? Like, right now it's probably the most peaceful I've been since I became the owner, and it's just because I think I've kind of got not enough experience to where I'm ready to to kill this shit now. But I think the last, like, you know, 10 months, I've kind of learned a lot, and I feel like I know that I'm on the right path. But you know, dude, the first 9 months were hard. Like, I didn't really know what I was getting myself into. And to be honest, dude, like, I was fucking scared shitless. Like, going into buying the restaurant, dude, I was scared shitless. Like, no one in my family has ever owned a business. No one in my family doesn't have a college degree. Like, my mom's from East LA, which, if you know about East LA, is like, you ever seen American Me or Blood In, Blood Out?
I've seen American Me, but it's been a fucking long time ago.
That movie's based on East LA. So that's where my mom's from. My dad's from Oxnard, and he, you know, they have humble beginnings. So to do something like this, dude, like, I have my whole family support, but it was kind of like I was still scared. But you know, I've learned a lot. I'd say I learned a lot over the past, like, year about what it takes to run a business and how to deal with, you know, because it's going to be stressful running a restaurant, especially restaurant work, dude. Like, you ever worked in a restaurant before?
Currently, I work in two.
You do?
I love restaurants, bro.
The fast-paced work, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, people, bro, like, literally one of the conversations today when I told you I was hot tubbing with my homie, because he just got the job at that spa resort thing, and then we were talking about, like, my job, because I just got a second job at a restaurant downtown SLO, and then he was like... yeah, like I could never do like the restaurant industry and shit. And I was like, dude, it's so fucking easy, just
Yeah.
like pulling up to tables, talking to them. Like you're making well over minimum like tips and
Yeah.
shit. Like, are you kidding me? Like
Yeah.
that's fire.
Yeah.
Like that's big. Tips are, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's why I stayed at Bravo for so long, because as a delivery driver, I was getting bags and tips. You know what I mean? That's cash you take home every night. It was like, hell yeah. Especially, I was like 17, 18 when I first started doing that. I was like, oh, dude, I fucking love this. So I would go work other jobs, and like I get like a full-time job doing something else, and then I would work, you know, at like nights on weekends at Bravo still, just for the cash. So yeah, man, restaurant work, I feel like it's not cut out for everybody.
True.
It's not, but
That's true.
man, if you like it's almost, it's challenging. Like you said, it's easy. It is, but at the same time, you gotta be ready to go like every day, because when shit is fan, you know, you gotta be ready to hustle. But it's fun. Like I find it fun. I enjoy like when we get busy and there's a rush. Like I get like hyped up, and I'm all like telling my employees like I'm all fucking excited, and like my energy's all high, and they're like, this motherfucker's crazy. But
so how's business doing?
it's doing good. Like,
Really?
yeah, I'm not. You know what it is, dude? Is like I don't ever equate revenue and how much money I'm making to how successful my business is doing, per se. But I know people are noticing my restaurant, and in the end, that pays off. So, like for example, Super Bowl was on Sunday, right? That's one of the busier days.
For takeout?
For pizza, for wings, we sell wings too, all that stuff. So I always like want to compare to last year, and last year was during prime COVID, or no, it wasn't COVID last year on that. No, it was COVID, yeah, February last year, yeah, that was we were
like lockdowns.
Yeah, we were in lockdown, so we had a better Super Bowl this year than we did last year. We had a better Halloween, another one of the busiest days of the year. We had a way better Halloween this last year than the year before. So I mean, some weeks, you know, are slower than others, but overall, man, like business is doing good. I can't complain. And in reality, like I see a trend of upward growth, and it's not going to happen overnight, but I know that we're going in the right direction. So in that regard, like I'm very satisfied.
What do you look for when you're hiring an employee?
I want someone who has ambition, like someone who can deal with like a challenge, I guess, because I'm gonna rely on anyone who's working for me to be independent. I don't want them to I don't want to have to babysit no one. And like when I first started working at the pizza place, like I didn't have a lot of people telling me how to do things. I kind of just had to observe and figure it out myself. And I want people like that who are kind of who can be self-motivated. And it's really hard to determine that by just interviewing someone once or twice. But you know, the employees I have now, they're good. They're all really good.
Solid.
They're all solid. Yeah, they're all like hardworking kids. They're all like, some of them like my age is funny, but like they're all, you know, they're hardworking. They have ambition. They're, you know, so we get along really well. My employees, like we all get along really well. So we have fun. So.
Do you ever do like does it feel like you're their boss, or does it feel more like you guys are just like a team doing shit in the restaurant, outside of the restaurant? Like what do they call you? What are you calling them? Like, are there nicknames going on? Like, what is your like work environment like in terms of staff?
I think my work environment it's positive. We try to have fun most of the time. Sometimes, you know, work isn't fun. You just come to work, you don't want to be there. I get that, but we all get along really well. I think trying to figure out how to word this, but
Would they call you an asshole?
they might call me an asshole, but like they know I'm not an asshole. But like when shit hits the fan, dude, and like, you know, I started reading books on how to, like, almost like self-help books, which is like some people look down on it, but like there's certain knowledge I feel like you get from things like that, on especially like management, because this is all shit, dude. Like I was a manager before, like I ran the restaurant, but I wasn't head honcho. Like people weren't looking to me for every single question. Now I am, so now it's like all the pressure's on me.
Yeah.
So I've had to figure out like how to be a leader in a way. And I read a book called 1 Minute Manager. My uncle actually, he came to town to see the restaurant because he works on a fishing boat in Alaska, and he came to town and he wanted to see the restaurant, and he went over to the bookstore that's right next to the restaurant and bought me the book. And I kind of was just like, like, thank you. So eventually I just kind of read it, and I've taken a lot from that book. Like, it talks about like how to manage people, like what you should do and how you should address people, and like how to critique people in a positive way that makes them almost kind of like understand like what they did wrong, but also not bring them down. Like, I've learned a lot. So having to learn all that is kind of difficult, and I think people my employees understand that I'm still trying to figure this shit out. I'm not perfect, but if you asked them if I was an asshole, they'd probably laugh and be like, "Nah, Jimmy's cool." Like, actually, no, he's probably an asshole, but like, it's, but I gotta, like, I have to crack the whip sometimes. Like, if someone does something that I think is kind of like dumb and I know that they're better than that, like, I'll be like, bro, like, why would you do that? Like, come on. But then you kind of have to, after you critique them, you got to tell them, like, dude, like, I know, like, I'm hard on you because I know you can do better than that. Like, in a way, it's kind of how you have to do it. So, yeah, man, I'm learning a lot about that as I go.
Give me an example of when you've had to crack the whip.
All right, I'll give you one. I have one of my employees who, it's kind of, I guess he's in training to kind of take a step up and be a manager in a way. Not like a full-blown manager, but I want like to be able to focus more on doing marketing stuff and have time to do other things rather than having to be at the restaurant every day and making pizzas. So, dude he could do it, but he's still like not like super new, but he's still got some learning to do. But there's times where he'll do stuff, like he'll ask me questions, and I'm like, dude, like, what are you gonna do if I'm not here? Like, it's a simple question. So I'll have to tell him, like, dude, like, if something happens, if you really don't know, you can ask me, but don't be asking me questions like about shit like I don't really want to answer. It's like, I want you to be more independent. So like, I'll kind of crack the whip on him about that. Like, don't waste my time with dumb questions. But then I'll tell him, like, dude, look, I'm hard on you because I want you to be better. Like, I want you to be able to be independent and run this place because I can't be here 24/7. And if I'm sitting here not telling you like what you're doing wrong and being hard on you, like, you're not gonna get to that point. So I've had to crack the whip. I mean, I've gotten mad. Like, I had a whole fucking tub of cheese go bad because someone, when they cut the cheese, didn't dry it out after we washed it. So there was water in there. So when it was sitting in the fridge for like a day or two, it got super moist and like the cheese went bad. So I had to throw out a whole tub of cheese. That's like $100 worth of fucking cheese, dude. I was heated. I was fucking pissed. But like, they understand I'm mad, but I can't like be a dick. I have to kind of like turn it down. But I'm like, I get mad and I'm like, are you fucking serious, dude? And like, I kind of go to the back and I'm kind of like trying to relax. And we were busy this night. This was like on Friday or Saturday. We were super busy. And this is like prime rush when I got this tub. So we grabbed another tub, and then we had to remake a pizza because we didn't know the cheese was bad until we pulled the pizza out. And I knew exactly what happened right when I saw the pizza. I was like, this cheese is bad because it's too moist. And then I smelled the cheese, and it smelled like ass. And I was like, okay, we got to throw this whole tub out. So we had to remake the pizza and all that. And I got mad, and I was like, I'm not blaming anyone in particular. I don't know who did it, who cut the cheese. I actually knew, but I wasn't going to blame them. And I was like, you guys need to pay attention more. And I kind of just generalized it to all them. And then afterwards, I just told them, like, look, guys, I'm sorry for being a dick. Like, I don't mean to come off that way. But, I want to be able to, like, I was off for a day, and that's when cheese got done. And, like, this is what happens. Like, this is why I don't want to take time off. So it's a hard balance to figure out, like, how to not be a dick, but be stern. And, like, there's a way to do it. And I think I'm figuring it out. But, yeah, man, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work.
What's your schedule like? Are you there 7 days a week? Only mornings? Do you take the 2 slowest days off?
I take like the slowest day off. So sometimes I'll either take like a Monday, sometimes a Tuesday, sometimes a Wednesday. Wednesdays I can't really take off because we have some stuff going on Wednesday mornings that I can't. But like, I'm there pretty much every day in some
24/7?
Not 24/7 all the time. I was at first, and then I started like realizing, okay, I need to take some time off because you do that, dude, like you lose your mind. Like that shit's
really?
not, dude. It's not, bro. Restaurant industry is tough. Like you can't work that much. Like I always thought like I knew mental health like was a serious topic, and I'm not saying like I was going through it bad, but like the actual stress of like being there every day, dude, like that shit gets to you. Like, and you're kind of like, okay, how do I not be so stressed, and I was on edge and shit all the time because I was at the restaurant all the time. And I had to figure out, like, okay, if I'm gonna take a day off, I need to take a day off and like rest myself and like kind of meditate and just relax a little. That's important. That's very important. Because I was working, 80-hour weeks every week, and not only that, like making pizzas and stuff, but I got to worry about how the business is doing and what I'm trying to do, like in the next few months, marketing wise, and what the next steps are for the business. I don't have the capital that other restaurants have to be able to do marketing like they do. I can't go pay for commercials right now like that. I mean, I could, I guess, but like, is that what I want to do? Like, they have so much more resources than I do, and in reality, like, my family helps me a lot. Like, they want to help me. They're always telling me, if you need us for anything, like, let us know, and I do have them help me. But at the end of the day, I'm still trying to figure out how to work through other people, like being able to like be a CEO and direct people to like and figure out what their strengths are and use them in their best ability. Like, I've had to figure all this shit out. So yeah, man. I don't know where I was going with that, but like,
no, you're good. You're painting a nice picture, and I'm just like envisioning this restaurant and like you running around like throwing blocks of cheese
running
away.
Yeah, we do. I do be running around sometimes. And sometimes, dude, like, we won't be that busy, and I'll just be on my computer doing shit, and then like whenever I get into a creative process, dude, I start pacing back and forth, and legit, like, whenever I start pacing back and forth, all my employees are like, oh, Jimmy's on some dumb shit again, he's doing some shit, and then I'm just like, I always do that for like hours, dude, and I'll be there till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., just like creating, like figuring out what I want to do, like coming up with special ideas. Like, I have another special idea that I'm going to launch sometime this year, but I'm waiting. I want to do the marketing right and brand it correctly. These are things I'm learning on the way, but like, I could sit here and release a special that's fucking great and it has like a nice little ring to it and it's memorable, but if I don't market it correctly, like, no one's gonna give a shit. It's like, so I have to kind of figure all this stuff out.
What's the special?
That's it. Dude, it's fucking genius. So number one, have you heard of my Tuesday special?
No.
Okay.
I know nothing. The only thing I know about your restaurant is like, I'm enjoying this food. I'm enjoying the food.
Thank you. You like the pizza?
Yeah, fire.
Thank you.
It's the breadsticks are fire, pizza's fire.
And man, I don't destroy people on the price either. Like, my stuff's good. Like, 2 large pizzas for me. What's your go-to pizza spot?
Dude, like...
And don't say Little Caesars.
No, it's in that, like... that's the thing. I'm low-key, like... It takes so... Like, okay, for example, yesterday was Valentine's Day. Me, my 2 roommates, and our 2 really close friends, we were like, dude, let's fucking go to Olive Garden just to see who would be out there for Valentine's Day. Like, there's no way it's gonna be busy or anything. It turned out it was kind of fucking slammed. But we went and like, I don't know, like, I'm not necessarily trying to spend a lot of money going out because I know like for example, like, everybody got a drink. Dude, fucking before we left, I was like fucking drinking shots here and shit for fucking free, like the drink, like anytime you get a drink at a restaurant, the way I look at it is it's like, dude, like, I could have invested that fucking $8 into something.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, like, we did one bill and shit, and like we just all like Venmo'd each other, like left like a 25% tip or something, just because like a lot of us like work in restaurants and shit. Like, server was super dope. Shout out Bryce, at Olive Garden, fucking amazing service.
Oh, you know him personally, or?
No, well, it felt like it out there last night, but the homie Bryce from Olive Garden is no fucking joke. But yeah, I kind of forgot where I was going with this. I'm not trying to spend a fuck ton of money going out. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, to me, like, food's enjoyable, but like, for example, like, some of my homie, like, I'm not even joking. Like, I will go to Domino's and have a great time and like order, like, I'll go and pick up the pizza, so I'm not like paying for like the delivery charge or something.
Oh yeah.
And I'll just do the special. It's a large pizza, 2 or 3 toppings. It's $7.99.
That's a good ass deal.
And it's from Domino's. Of course, it's probably like not as healthy as other places, super processed, whatever. I don't give a fuck. To me, it's food. It's gonna taste good. It's gonna fill me up. And I just spent fucking $8 and I'm leaving like a fucking like 40% tip, because I'll just throw them like a couple like 3 ones. And they're like, oh, dude, like, fucking thank you. And I just had a great time. Other people, they're like, dude, you're sick in the fucking head. Like, I can't eat that pizza. And they'll go and they'll cash out like $20 at their favorite pizza spot. But the thing is, like, I just look at it as like an investment. Like, because I'm not rich.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be rich so I can live the future that I want to do. And like, yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, like for my birthday or something, yeah, I'll cash out. Like, I'll go spend a fair amount of money at whatever plate, you know what I mean? But I just don't do that all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So my favorite pizza place I go to, it's Domino's. It's cheap. It gets the job done, and like I'm happy that my wallet didn't take a dent.
Yeah.
And that pizza, it's like $7.99 for like a large 3 topping, 2
That's
or 3
a good ass
topping.
deal.
But yeah, does that answer your question though? Like
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
it
I'm not a bougie foodie.
Yeah, I get what you're
You
saying.
know, like I cook at home all the fucking time. I'll go to Food for Less. I'll get like 3 salmons, $4 each. Freeze 2 of them, eat one day. Like boom, I just fucking. I'll have like yeah, I don't know. I try and spend the least amount of money possible, but there are some things that I do that like all cash out on or something. I don't know. I'm not like a high roller, if that makes sense.
I get you.
But what are your pizza prices?
They're I can't. It's hard to compete with Domino's because
Yeah, no,
prices
yeah,
are good.
obviously.
But,
I'm a
like,
bad person to ask that question too.
No, it's all good because I mean it's fucking public knowledge. You know what I mean? You can go look my menu, but like if you got 2 large pizzas from me, like 2 large 2 or 3 topping pizzas, you're gonna be paying like after tax like $24-$25, which isn't bad. If you getting like
Those are
local,
2 larges?
Yeah.
Damn, okay.
Yeah, so like,
Okay.
and I do other deals, like we send out coupons in the mail and stuff like that allows you to get, you know, even cheaper prices, things like that. On Tuesdays, like my Tuesday special, and tell me if you think I think this is fucking genius. And I've actually been copied I got copied by fucking Fatty's Pizza and Longboat, so I have a fucking bone to pick with them on this special. And then I saw, literally Chuck E. Cheese fucking copied me. I imagine they saw my fucking special, because I came up with this shit. So I didn't copy no one about this. It came to my mind. I was like, this is fucking genius. My Tuesday special, it's 2 large, 2 topping pizzas for $22 on Tuesday. You fucking get it?
Sure.
Exactly. And guess what? Next Tuesday is 2/22/22 on Tuesday. So check this out. We're doing, if you come and buy a Tuesday special on that day, you'll get essentially a free NFT that allows you to get a Tuesday special any day forever. It's called the Forever Tuesday.
Damn, okay, I might have to, if I have the day off work, I might have to pull up with the roommates or something.
Yeah, no, it's like, so I saw that 2/22, I was like, dude, that's fucking, like, this was made for me. So, you know, like, stuff like that, like, it's memorable, you know what I mean? 2/22 or 22 Tuesday, all that shit, like, I think it's memorable. So, like, it's a good deal. Like, I can't, like, it's impossible for me to compete with Domino's right now, and their prices are Little Caesars, but, I feel like if you're trying to get, like, local pizza, I'm your next best bet. I know what your food cost ratio to be to your actual revenue. You'd be surprised how greedy some of these restaurants are, dude. You would be shocked. Yes, you would be shocked. Like, their prices, there's no reason they should charge that much for their shit. But you know, I'll try to work for you. I don't want you to pay me to do nothing. I want to be able to provide a service. So, yeah.
No, price is big. For real, price is big.
It's important. But we do, like, rewards programs, like, other things like that to kind of entice people. And we have other combos and things like that. So, like, my next special, and this is probably the first time I'm saying this. I mean, I haven't announced it officially, but I don't know when I'm going to drop it, but it's 7, 8, 9. So you could get a medium 1 topping pizza for $7, a medium deep dish 1 topping pizza for $8, or a medium stuffed crust 1 topping pizza for $9. So we're going to market it as 7, 8, 9 and ready in 10. Because we'll be able to make it in 10 minutes.
For real?
Yeah.
Always 10 minutes?
Yeah, we're going to do it, like, certain days of the week and, like, during, like, dinner time.
Okay.
So 10 minutes as in, like, we'll have them prepped and ready to go. So if you come in, we'll kind of just top them off with the topping, throw them in the oven, and then, yeah.
Let's go. So you're thinking outside the box. You're making business plays, always coming up with the ideas. Like the NFT idea, that's cool. Get people fucking, you know, thinking about NFTs and shit. That's super dope.
It makes sense for my brand as well. And also I feel like people are kind of when people hear NFT, I think they have a bad connotation they associate with it, because you see a lot of like scams on social media that are involving NFTs.
Really?
You see some, but in reality, there's a lot of utility that can be used with NFTs. Like the blockchain technology can be utilized to create, like for my business, create more engagement with customers. So I think, and it also buying the restaurant in Bitcoin, kind of like it makes sense to kind of go this route, I guess. But yeah, man. So that's the first one we're doing. We're doing another one in March. We're doing like a bracket. It's 32 toppings. It's like a pizza, like you know what a bracket is, right? Like for sports, like playoff bracket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're doing 32 toppings, and we're having people vote on it through Facebook and Instagram. And if you vote in it, you'll get one of the NFTs too, and it'll allow you to get a free breadsticks with the purchase of any large pizza containing the winning topping of the bracket. So, I mean, I think stuff like this is kind of, I don't know, creative. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
It's creative, and I don't know, trying to kind of brand myself in a way that expresses me, and also promotes my business in a way that makes it memorable. I gotta do some shit out of the box, dude. Like, I can't be ordinary, because I expect ordinary results, you know what I mean? So,
who's doing your NFT art?
I designed it.
Oh, for real? Okay.
It's not like 3-dimensional. It's just like it's a PNG, but it's a record. I can show you it. It's a record, and it'll spin one time, and then it'll stop, and then it'll spin again. It just spins. I got it to spin at exactly 33 RPM too. I'm a vinyl collector. Okay. I love music, so that's part of my brand. Is like I have a jukebox in my restaurant and stuff like that. So
you have a jukebox?
It's a cheap one. It's not like a crazy one. You go and press a button, and the fucking record pops on and it starts playing. It's just one that like plays music and has cool lights on it. I'm not big budget like that yet, but
yeah,
I want to have a nice ass jukebox.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That'd be dope, but we're not there yet.
So. One thing, if you want to eat that, I can talk for a second, give you to like eat, process that. Are you ready for another beer?
A beer, yeah.
Yeah, I can open it for you too.
Okay.
Oh, these are twist off.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, hell yeah, easy.
Thank you.
Okay, so this is actually really interesting. There is some crazy, like, it's so ironic because like I knew you coming on tonight, we had to talk about you purchasing your restaurant in Bitcoin and, you know, a little crypto talk, and now you're saying all this shit about NFTs. Today, like 4 or 5 hours ago, we're chilling in my living room. The homie I went hot tubbing with and my roommate Liv, the one you did not meet, I forgot if it was me or them. Somehow crypto and NFTs got brought up, and we had like this big ass debate in the living room, and it's just ironic because you came out tonight. Like pretty much all today has just been NFT talk and crypto talk. But where I was going with it, they weren't like fuck crypto and fuck NFTs and shit. They were like listening to the little video that I put on. It was a podcast, and like.
By the way, I saw your NFT. That shit is dope as fuck.
Oh,
that shit is
thanks,
dope
bro.
as fuck. That shit is hard. Like I don't have 6 Ethereum, but that shit is hard as fuck. Like that shit's dope. And I saw with the clip when you said like if my podcast blows up, someone will buy it. Like you're 100% right. Like because is it 1 of 1 or is it 1 of 4?
Okay, so do you know what Coco NFT is? It's like a platform. Lord Sengda showed me it, and pretty much it's like this partnership that Rarible, which is like a NFT marketplace. Yeah. There's like Rarible, there's OpenSea. Yeah. I guess OpenSea is like the bigger one, but yeah. I went with Rarible, and Coco NFT is like this like thing. I'm probably doing a shitty job of explaining it, but pretty much it's like a platform off of Rarible, and it's like partnered with Instagram or some shit, and you can turn any Instagram post or video into an NFT. So I made that whole Instagram post with like the video and the whole like explanation of like what I was doing, what you get if you buy it, that sort of thing. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do 4 copies of it. And like when I made it or whatever and clicked like submit on Coco NFT, I thought there was gonna be like how many copies do you want of it?
It just made one.
And I guess I like read like the facts, the frequently asked questions off of the Coco NFT website or whatever, and it's like it's only the one Instagram post. So in the description it says it's there's 4 of them, but I guess it makes it more rare. But there's only that one.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yeah. So in the description, I'm like, I'm making 4 of them, 60 per thing.
I looked it up, not to cut you off, but I looked it up on OpenSea, and it said 1 of 1, and I was like, was it 4 of 1? Maybe he had like 3 other ones that are 1 of 1 as well, but I didn't know exactly how you minted it, so I was like,
it's just that one, which honestly, like,
that makes it even kind of more dope. You know what I mean?
guess it's cooler that way, but I was talking to them about it, and I put on. Do you know who Gary Vee is?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's like big on the crypto train. He's made like $100 million off like NFTs and shit. Mm-hmm. And then they just weren't on board to like, they listened to it and they were open-minded, open ears, but they just didn't see like Liv almost was just like, fuck the point of this. Like, I don't even want to have $1 million because I feel like I would go like corrupt with it. And like, she just doesn't even like, she's not a big money fan where like I'm very money driven. Like I want to be rich to have like, like I want to have property and like be able to do whatever the fuck I want to do, whenever the fuck I want to do. And then the other homie, Alex, he was like, dude, like, I can see where it's going. I just don't think it's going to be as big as what everybody is saying it's going to be. I would rather spend all of that money investing into my house because technically he is like a property owner now. He would rather spend the thousands of dollars. Like he's like, fuck the NFT game. I'd rather spend my thousands on building up my house, making it like better, doing upgrades, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, yeah, that's dope. Do that too. It's just the thing is with the crypto and the metaverse and all that shit, there's going to be things happening that's just going to like, just be like a big snowball effect.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, dude, like if you have the money, you can invest hundreds, if not thousands into cryptocurrency. And then that's going to make money on itself. So like, you're not even lifting a finger. You're just, like, if you put $1,000 into Bitcoin, like you're going to make money off that shit because it's just going to keep going
eventually
up.
You will, definitely.
And it's just like, they just weren't about that. Like that was not their vibe. And I was just like, dude, like, like they were like, yo, Laser, like we respect your passion. We see what you're, kind of about and stuff. Like we would just rather put our money other places. And I'm like, dude, this is such a dope platform to either like make money off it. And then one of the things that they were saying is like, dude, like we don't want to see these like multi-millionaires like talking about themselves and their life. Like they should be focused on spending all of their shit on solving problems like homelessness and like world hunger and shit. And like, yeah, that makes sense, and who knows, they could be doing that. It's just like, I don't know, I just think the metaverse is like a dope platform and it's gonna be here in our future. Then I was also saying all the things with the NFT, how it ties into the real world, the physical world, and it gives you like your thing, like you get the NFT on the 222 thing and you get that deal the rest of your life. That is a physical tie.
Exactly.
Or like if you buy another NFT at other places, that's like your ticket into
parties.
Yeah. And they just weren't about it, and I was like kind of sad.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean about the negative connotation with NFTs and crypto? That's what I'm talking about. I think it's more so like, I think people get it, but they don't see the full use of it yet, and I think it'll show. Like,
yeah, I think so.
I think what I'm doing is a prime example of a good use of. I mean, the NFT's free because, like, I don't know if you know about how minting NFTs work, but when you do it on the Ethereum blockchain, you have the mainnet, and then you have like this, like, I don't know exactly what it's called, I can't remember, but it's like basically like a side road of the mainnet, and you can mint for free there rather than paying to be on the mainnet. So when you mint NFTs that way, it's still an NFT, same technology, but you can't sell it. But you can use the same exact blockchain technology to have like proof of something. You know what I mean? Like that's what the NFT technology is. So the technology is great. It's just when you kind of have early adopters of it, you see people that are, you have the the shitty people who are trying to scam people with crypto and NFTs, and I think that's what people see on social media a lot. Is people flexing, I bought this NFT for $600, now it's worth $60,000, and I sold it, like, and it's like there's no way you did that. But like, the real utility of it is like, in the future, like the whole, what Web3 is. Yeah, so like Web3 is the next iteration of the internet. Like NFTs are gonna be, they're a big part of that, and blockchain is Web3. The blockchain is Web3 in the metaverse. That's one and the same. So knowing that the internet's going in that direction, like, not that you'd be stupid to not invest in it now, but I think if you understand and see the scope of it, there's no reason to not invest in it at this point.
And it was great having this conversation with them because they're like their like energy towards it was complete opposite of mine. Mm-hmm. And then another thing Liv said, which was really interesting, it was actually a really good point. She was like, I want to see a girl talk about this. Like, me personally, like, I was like, oh shit, like, that is kind of interesting. Like, I haven't seen any women that I know in real life or like on any like platforms that I haven't seen any women talking about crypto, NFTs, the metaverse and shit.
I don't think.
And it's kind of weird. Like, why is it? It kind of feels like a guy thing. I only talk to crypto about dudes for some reason.
Me too.
Me too. And then Liv's shit was like, yeah, like, I would rather see these people spend all this time and energy on like fixing the planet. And I was like, fair points. Me personally, like, I just feel like if you put $100 million on my lap right now, I feel like I could start to change things and fix the planet potentially. And like, I want to get to that point. And like, I just feel like this is a dope ass platform to do that.
It is. It is. It's the inevitable future. If you would have told people back in the year 2000 that you're going to have that brick-ass cell phone you have now and the pagers you have, you're going to have that cell phone that's going to be with a touchscreen and it's going to run your whole fucking life, your whole social life, your whole business life, like, they would be like, you're crazy. Mm-hmm. But like, now you're looking at cryptocurrency, it's like, do I think the dollar's going away? No. But do I think crypto is going to be a way to decentralize, and it's kind of going to allow peer-to-peer transactions rather than peer to centralized bank to peer, you know what I mean? Like, it's gonna make ease of that. Dollar's not going anywhere, but knowing the actual utility behind the crypto technology and blockchain technology, it is the future. It is, and whether that happens in 2 years or 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, it's really inevitable. I think that it's gonna be integrated. I mean, bro, this is fucking crazy. Like, bro, I have so much serendipitous shit happen to me. Like, the day you were at the Metaverse Music Festival with Connect the Coast, yeah, you were telling me that. I think I like, because there was a lot of people there and we were busy, so I didn't make a fucking pizza. But when I came outside, I wanted to, like, before everybody left, just say, like, thank everyone for coming. I think I met you and your friends. Yeah. No, I want to say we docked you up. Yeah. But again, like, it's fucking, that was months ago. There was a bunch of people there. There's people there. So but I went out and said, like, thank you guys for coming or whatever, and you guys were like, oh, this shit was dope or whatever, and they were like, wait, it was you guys, I think you are, wait, are you the manager? And I was like, I'm Jimmy. And yeah. Like, hey, I remember that. That was tight. I remember that. So like, but like, that day we did the Metaverse Music Festival. That same exact morning, that was the day Facebook changed its name to Meta. Are you serious? Swear to fucking God, That's dude. Crazy. Swear to fucking God. Crazy. Right? Like, it's fucking weird. So like, that was almost like a wink from God, like, hey, this shit's like going, like, so yeah, it's the future. Do I think like, everyone's gonna be on the metaverse and it's gonna be like, you ever seen Ready Player One? Yeah. Do I think it's gonna be like that? Like, no, I don't think it'll be that extent. Yes. I don't think it'll be that extent, but it'll be so much more interactive than what we even have now with the internet. So like, we'll see though. We'll see how long it takes, but crypto's not going nowhere. I mean, crypto.com just fucking bought the rights to sponsor Staples Center, and they're paying. You see a Crypto.com commercial everywhere you fucking go. They're everywhere. And like you saw that fucking, I don't know if you saw watch the Super Bowl and the commercials. Yes. But they had that QR code. Yeah. And I was all working, and I told my employees, hey, go scan that. He goes and scans it. He goes for Coinbase. I was like, oh, these motherfuckers. Like, what the fuck? I thought it was going to be some dope shit. It was just Coinbase. But like, crypto, they're putting a lot of advertising and investing, and all the platforms are saying, come do crypto with us, because we know this is going to skyrocket up this way. So it's going to be cool, though, to watch. Like, this is kind of like our generation's internet and like version of the technology advancing. So it'll be fun to watch. I'm excited.
Another thing Gary Vee said in the podcast, he was like, investing 50 hours a week into doing research and understanding what NFTs are and crypto is way more important than anything you could do in terms of doing 50 hours of schoolwork a week. And I agreed with that in terms of like GE's general education.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't tell you what I learned in my criminal justice class.
Yeah.
Like I just couldn't. I did the work. I got a fucking A, and like I couldn't really tell you what I learned. But Alex and Liv they were like, dude, fuck this guy. And I was like, dude, like.
You know, Gary Vee. I like Gary Vee, but sometimes he does come off as like, all right, dude, like, you're not that guy. Like, relax. But like, I don't even think you need 50 hours a week into researching NFTs. I don't think they're super complicated. It's just so new. I think people don't get it fully yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think once people understand how it works, I think they'll see the real utility behind it.
Yeah, I don't even think I'm like I'm definitely like a novice in terms of all of this shit. Like in the grand scheme of things, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I just can talk and like get passionate about it. Just because for me, I've had nothing but a good experience.
Yeah.
Like all that's happened to me so far is I've profited money and like I've met people through it.
Yeah.
And it's been a great time. It's been a great, like, nothing negative has happened.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you talk about Lord Sanctus earlier. That's my homie, right? This is how I met him. It wasn't the first time I ever came out to SLO, but since like COVID hit, the first time I ever went out to SLO, I went out and I saw this dude in, this is post me buying the restaurant. I saw this dude, and this is actually my homie now, but I saw him, he was wearing the sweater, it said Crypto Drip, which if you know, that's Lord Sanctus's clothing, his Crypto Drip collection.
There's like a little like address on it.
No, it has an Ethereum address on it, and it says like, I don't know how much, but it says how much the sweater's worth in Ethereum on it. So like, I saw that, and I was like, oh, that's dope as fuck. So I went and asked him, I was like, what is that? And he's also my homie's company. So I looked into it. He sent me the link. I looked into it, and he sells. Do you know what he does with that company? It's really dope. Like, it's dope as fuck. He sells you an NFT of the sweater, of like it's like a little figurine with the plug as the head. It's wearing the sweater, and then he sends you the actual sweater. So you get an NFT of the sweater, and you get the actual sweater. So it's called Crypto Drip Collectibles because you get an NFT of what you're buying, and then you get your physical product as well. It's pretty cool. So I saw that. That's dope as fuck. I bought the sweater. Literally, dude, the first time I ever wore the sweater, I went out to SLO again. And literally, dude, I'm just chilling with my homies. We're standing there, and then all of a sudden, Lord Sanctus comes up to me, and he was like, "Hey, that sweater you're wearing, that's my company." And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "For real?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Hey, I'm the dude who bought the restaurant of Bitcoin." And he's like, "Bro, I've heard about you." And then like, so like, talk about meeting people through crypto. Like that's, a prime example. Like, I think when you're forward thinking, like, for example, like your podcast, right? Like, you never knew, like, did you know you were gonna, like, you have like 300 something followers, like, or subscribers on YouTube, dude. That's pretty good. Like, and how long you been doing this for? Like 2 years maybe?
Going on 2 years, yeah.
Yeah, so that's not bad, especially for being local, like in SLO. Like, people watch your stuff, like, you get good views. Like, that's not easy to build up, and but like when you started it, like, how successful did you didn't know what was gonna happen, right? You were just like,
True.
I'm just gonna start a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, when you're forward thinking and you have like a dream about something, I think people are hesitant to really get behind you. They don't understand what's going on. But I think once you really execute and you get other people on your side, like, you got to build a community around an idea, and then people start to take note. Like, I feel like that's how it works. So, meeting people, like when I met you, and it was like, your Jimmy's Bravo Pizza, I was like, how you know that? Like, I was like tripping, and you were just like, I was at the Metaverse Music Festival. I was like, oh, okay. But shit like that, like, I feel like we're kind of in the same lane as far as, like, we're the same age roughly. We're both trying to create something and do something. Almost like with your podcast, you're an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Like, it's this entrepreneur to have it. Bro, this setup is dope. Like, first of all, this setup is nice. Like, I didn't know what to expect. I don't know how to fuck. I don't know shit about lighting. I don't know shit about cameras. I know how to make fucking pizza. So like when I came here and I saw the lights, I saw the setup, I saw your backdrop. I was like, okay, like, you have different backdrops you always use.
You are the this is the first episode. So this is season 9. You are the first. Like, it might not drop as the first episode, but you are technically the first recorded episode of season 9.
Okay.
So yeah,
9 seasons.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. And
Dude,
like,
thanks, bro.
No, like seriously, like I respect anyone and commend any commend, is that the word I'm looking for? Cause like commend, condemned, I always get those confused. I commend anyone that tries to create and tries to do anything outside the box, because it could be so easy to be conventional and just go to work and go home and not do anything. But hey, if you have an idea and you think you believe in it enough to really chase it, like that's what's up. So kudos to you for this. Like I really bro, like I told you I deep dived your show. I really did. Like I watched your shit and I was like, this is dope as fuck. Like you have dope conversations. You get a lot out of people. You're a great interviewer.
Dude, thanks, bro.
Like for me, like who inspired you to want to do podcasts? Like what podcast do you watch that I was like, you were like, oh, I want to do podcasts. Like what did you watch?
Dude, I was literally like, my ideas just come to me and I'm just like, I gotta do this. Like I was in Oregon, isolated as fuck for 9 months. 0 friends, didn't hang out with anybody, didn't do anything, was just grinding school. I did like 40 or 45 credits, got straight A's, like just doing honestly pretty much like general education and like some like prereqs for some other things. Completely alone. And then I swear just something came into my head and I'm in like this group chat with some homies like from here. And like one day randomly, because I knew I was moving back to SLO once the school year was over. And this was like pretty much like about to be summer 2020. And I was just like, dude, like I need to do a fucking podcast when I get back. Like that would be so dope to interview all these motherfuckers from SLO County. And like literally like I didn't even think of the name. The name just was like, this is the name. Yeah. Like I was like, dude, what should the name of it be? No, it was literally like, I'm naming it this. Like I'm not even joking, 0 thought went into it. And then like 2 days before I left, one of the dopest people I met, I'm at the I wanted to get my like comforters and shit clean, because I was living in like the fucking like I was living at my dad's house, but like up in like this loft like piece of the garage, and like I don't know, I just felt like my comforters were dirty or some shit. So I was like, dude, before I move back to SLO, I'm gonna get this shit clean, for some reason, whatever. And I went to the laundromat. Never been to that never even went to a laundromat in Oregon at all. But my like comforters, I just needed like a bigger machine to wash them in. So I pull up there, start washing them. The one dope person, like one of the very few dope people that I met there, she was like this lady in like her like mid-30s or some shit. We started like talking and she like hooks it up with quarters and shit. I like didn't bring quarters and I only had like a card. So she's like, no, like take my quarters. We started talking and shit. On my way out, after like washing it, drying it, she's like, yo, like she was pretty much like, yo, you're cool. Like, make sure you're an accurate representation of your generation. And then right there, I was just like, dude, I'm about to start a fucking podcast, bro. And we're going full fucking speed. Like, she literally, like, I don't know. It's not like I mean, in the grand scheme of things, I wanted to do this, but it's just like, I'm not even joking. I just woke up one day and I was like, dude, I'm moving back to SLO in like a month or 2 months or some shit. Like, podcast when you get back, interview all these motherfuckers, and then like leave as fast as you started. And that's it. That's like the story on how this started, and we're over 100 episodes.
Damn.
And it's gonna be coming to an end potentially very soon.
Why is that? Because you're moving?
Maybe. I might be going back to school, and like I just like, for me, this isn't something to do for 5 years. This is like a little like, have fun for 2 years, make sure you fucking tap in to some people in SLO County, like make some new friends, like put this platform out there, and like anybody who wants to watch it and like listen to these people that come on, just like remember that, like, be yourself, don't give a fuck, don't let people judge you.
So you're doing this like pretty much, like I would say, I guess, for the culture, more like so that people can have a podcast locally to enjoy. you're not doing this to try to be big. You're more so doing it just for the goodwill of doing a podcast.
Exactly. If it blew up, I would roll with it.
Yeah.
But it's not. I'm like not trying. Like I don't know.
Bro, I would say don't. Like you could. I mean, if you're busy and stuff, like I would say yeah. Like you would have to cut back a little bit on podcasting. But bro, like I really think you're good at this, dude. Like I watch it, bro, and I consider myself bougie. I don't think I'm very easy to impress when it comes to things that I like. But I was watching your podcast, bro. Like you got like information out of people. Like I saw another guy you interviewed. He said like I know people in SLO, and to see him on your podcast, and they were like talking. I don't know the guy, but he's like they were talking, and like I don't even know this about them. Like you were getting stuff out of them. Like bro, that's true. Like you do. I'm saying like I don't sell yourself short, dog. Like don't sell yourself short. But me, like I'm a dreamer. Like I dream big all the time, and like I would say, you know, like you got something here. You got something brewing here, and like it's got potential. I'm not saying you're gonna be fucking Joe Rogan or anything, but like you know what I mean. Like who knows? Who knows? Why the fuck not? Like you know, the whole movement of the 805 right now, bro. Like let's talk. Bro, did you watch the Super Bowl halftime show?
I watched it. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Do you see Anderson .Paak on the drums? You know what Anderson .Paak is, right?
I didn't know he was in it.
Yeah, he was on the drums during Lose Yourself.
Okay.
When Eminem performed Lose Yourself, that was Anderson .Paak on the drums. You know he's from Oxnard.
That makes sense.
He's from the 805. He's from Oxnard.
Anderson .Paak?
Yes, he is.
Damn,
and bro, like my dad's from Oxnard. So like when I saw that, we were watching it at my work, and the second I saw him rise on the stage, I fucking like lost. I was like, oh fuck, that's Anderson .Paak. Like, and to see him, like, you know what I mean, like shit like that. To see people who come from where I come from, like my dad's from Oxnard. I lived in Oxnard as a baby for a little bit. My dad grew up in Oxnard. To see people come from where I come from to be on that stage and doing big shit, bro, like that's inspiring to me. Like that's like tells me I could do something. I could have many pizza restaurants down the road. And, you know, maybe I'm crazy, maybe I won't, but like I feel like I could. I feel like it's possible. I don't see why it's not possible. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm saying like I should be able to believe in it. But yeah, bro, he was in the fucking halftime show. I'm going to Vegas for the Pizza Expo. I told you about that next month. I'm gonna go catch him and Bruno Mars at the show in Vegas, and I'm so excited about that. Their tickets are kind of expensive, but they had some package deals you get a hotel with. We needed a hotel anyways. I got free tickets to the Pizza Expo, so I'm gonna go. My cousin lives out in Vegas, who's actually my dad's side, so his family's from Oxnard too. So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna be telling him like, bro, this is our hometown right here, representing like this is us on the map. Anderson .Paak right here. So Anderson .Paak, dude, like seriously, like dude's inspiring me right now, like to want to do more and thinking like, bro, I want a fucking pizza place in Oxnard. But my dad, his first job was at a pizza place. He worked for fucking 5 years at a pizza place, and he was the manager. So when I got my first job as a pizza place, it was like, oh, that's so funny, full circle. Your dad, his name's Jimmy too. I'm Jimmy Jr. So it was like, oh, your dad was at a pizza place too. So when I bought the restaurant, I changed the name from Bravo Pizza to Jimmy's Bravo Pizza. But if you ever notice, and no one's ever pointed this out, I've had one person point this out, a customer, but the apostrophe is after the S because there's multiple Jimmys. Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah,
that's
so
cool.
like, and I want to name my son Jimmy, and not to put
really.
When I have a son, I don't have any kids, but like when I do, I want to name my son Jimmy, and not to put pressure on him to be like you're the fucking heir to the throne, but more so like, you know, like, man, I got a whole, my family believes in what I'm doing and the business, and it's not even me, dude, it's the whole family. Like we're all kind of involved, and my sister just had another baby. And we're kind of like everyone's on the team of let's get this bread kind of. So like my sister's boyfriend, he used to work at Bravo with me way back when, and they just had a kid together, and he wants to like come help out again, and like so we're kind of, you know, it's hard, bro. It's hard to do anything by yourself. Like I imagine you edit your videos, you do all your everything is all you don't have any help, right? I assume.
Correct.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I kind of put a funny thing on like my both my Snapchat and my Instagram story. I was like trying to get someone to edit, like, cause there was one point, like it was honestly the middle of this shit. So like if you looked at it anywhere from like episode like 40 to like 70, like right in the middle of this shit, like I literally had just a calendar with just names and dates written and times just written everywhere. And I was like doing 4 people a week, 3 people a week, one person that week.
That's
4
a grind.
people, like just boom, 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 boom. And it was, don't get me wrong, I was fucking enjoying myself, bro. Like getting off work, just fucking coming here and just fucking like someone pulling up shortly after I finished dinner, like turning up with them, doing a podcast. Like a lot of those episodes, like it was just like boom, boom, boom. Because like, yeah, I don't know. There was like a big hot spot, like shit slowing down, and like that's why I'm gonna be like ending this shit soon. Like it's kind of been like one person a week, maybe 2 people a week, maybe 0 people back-to-back weeks, then the next week like 1 or 2. Things are definitely slowing down, which like I'm just ready for the next thing or whatever. But I was trying to find an editor, just like maybe edit like 1 video a week or something, but nobody wanted to like jump on this with me.
Yeah.
You know? Like
I know
nobody,
I know
literally nobody.
Like. I know what that's like.
And I was like, all right, like this is gonna solely be me, I guess, you know? But I don't know, if I like spun it around and like someone, I don't know, maybe I'm just like, maybe it's because I like this type of shit, I would be someone's editor. Cause I mean, it only takes like, you could literally edit 1 video a week and spend like 1 hour on a Monday and then like another hour on a Thursday, boom, the video's done. Like it's super easy to edit. You're taking out like, you're pretty much just like gluing the video together. It's like, I mean, nothing really gets taken out of it unless like the guest says like, yo, take this part out. But like, I don't know, I was just surprised that no one wanted to like edit my shit. But I guess makes sense. I mean, I wasn't gonna like I was gonna be paying you in alcohol, weed, and like a little bit of cash, like barely any cash. But at the same time, like it would have been like a fun, like in my eyes, like a fun little like not really like a side hustle because you're not really making anything, but more just like a hobby, I guess. Yeah. You know, just like pop by, I'll give you the fucking flash drive, fucking come by whenever, you know. But yeah, it's just been me editing, which is cool. Like I guess it's like it's fun to watch what we talked about, and like I can really like ingrain it in my mind and like be like, oh, okay, like this person said like a crazy amount of dope ass things.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a quick little break?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, dope.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go like 10 more minutes?
Yeah.
Dope. Okay, so you're saying you randomly just like bumped into Lord Sanctus. What city were you in?
I was in the library in SLO. Not at the physical library, but like the library.
Oh, downtown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was in the library. I was standing outside and he walks through the back door and then I was kicking it with my homies and see some guy with the fur coat come up, all swag the fuck out. And I was like, that's my company. I was like, oh shit. Like it was kind of just one of those moments where it was like, what the fuck? And then, yeah, so we exchanged information and then he was just like, oh, like we should kind of do some shit. I was like, okay, and I was kind of thinking, like, I don't know, like, we'll figure something out, though, and then, Metaverse Music Festival, he's helping me with the NFTs, too, so, like, yeah.
Some collab shit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he hit you up and was like, how did the Metaverse concert go down? Like, why your location? Like, what was that conversation like? Yo, open up the parking lot, let us come through.
Yeah, he called me and basically said he had people who sold NFTs, Rare Pizzas, they sell NFTs. And their whole thing with the NFTs they sold was that they were going to pay for the sponsored pizzas, or sponsored pizza parties. So they were doing a special thing for the Metaverse Music Festival, which is at that time in October. So he was like, you could link up with these people and they'll provide the pizza and then I'll bring the music. And I was kind of just like, all right, cool, that sounds good. So then we did that. We did it at my spot because the whole story behind the Bitcoin thing kind of makes sense, you know, to go that route. So that was pretty much it. And then all the music and stuff, I had nothing to do with that. I was just, you know, making pizza and stuff. But yeah.
You kept on bringing up box after box after box.
Yeah.
That was fire shit.
I wanted to make sure you guys didn't run out of pizza. Yeah. And I felt like people were kind of hesitant to grab pizza, but I was like, bro, like, grab the fucking pizza. Like, I had people coming in, like, trying to buy pizza. I was like, you know, there's pizza outside. And they were like, well, but I don't want you to, like, lose money or anything. I was like, the pizza's paid for. Like, oh, all right, then. And then I go grab some. So, like, yeah.
So it got paid for by Rareable Pizza NFTs? How does that work?
Rare pizzas. That's what they're called. They sell 10,000 NFTs in honor of, his name is Laszlo, the guy who bought the first ever Bitcoin exchange for a physical item, which was the 2 large pizzas. He spent 10,000 Bitcoin. So they had people custom design actual pizzas and pizza boxes, so it's an NFT. And with all the money they sold for the NFTs, they were gonna pay pizza restaurants to throw pizza parties, essentially give out free pizzas. So like, you just had to kind of fill out their forms, and most pizza places probably don't even know about this, but like I didn't even know about this. Lord Sanctus was the one that told me about this, so I was like, okay. So it's just a way, like an example of like the collectible item you get with the pizza, and then you also have the utility of having these places give out free pizza. So it's pretty cool. We got some other shit we're gonna do for this year. You know what Bitcoin Pizza Day is?
No.
It's honorary day for the day that the transaction occurred for the first ever pizza purchase back in 2011 when Laszlo bought the 2 large pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. May 24th, I want to say. 23rd? I don't know the exact date, but we're gonna do some dope shit for that day this year. I have planned, and I'm working on it, but like yeah. So I'm trying to build my brand, not as effectively around crypto, but it makes sense for me to do that considering I bought the restaurant on Bitcoin, and kind of just also in the process educate people on what crypto really is, because you see the negative connotation around it, like we're talking about. Get people on the side of like, oh, there is use for this. Like this has a purpose. It's not just people making money off some shit I don't understand. Like the technology actually is useful. So that's how I look at it.
Have you ever had to fire an employee?
Bro, my second week, I caught this kid who had been working there stealing money.
Are you serious?
Swear to God. And I was legit.
How did you catch him?
He's a fucking idiot. He's a fucking idiot. I hope he's watching this too and hears that, because like, whatever. Yeah, like really, like in reality, like I was mad, but like now looking back on it, it's like I caught him, and I don't think that was like the first time I think he tried to steal money from me. I'm sure he was stealing money from the other owner and was getting away with it. And then when I became the owner, I cracked down on that shit and saw. So, doing the register, you count the registers at the end of the night, and I was short like $25, and that was the first night. It was like this third week I think I was the owner. The first night I didn't work. The first time I actually took a shift off, because I was there open to close up until that point. And I think he thought he could finesse who was working that night. And they told me, they were like, when he was doing his cash bag, like his delivery bag, like he was doing some weird stuff with the money. I didn't know what was going on. So when I saw the register, it was $26 short, I think, exactly. I went and looked at the cameras, and I literally caught him just not even counting the money. Like he was putting in the register, he was just throwing shit in there and taking money out. And like, he thought he could just get away with it and fudge his bag, and I caught him on camera because I have cameras. I was there till 2 a.m. on some Inspector Gadget shit, like looking at the cameras, like writing down, and I fucking called. I called my mom because I was telling her. I called my mom like at fucking 1 a.m. and she woke up. I was like, I caught this motherfucker, and she was like, oh, you stole the restaurant? I was like, yeah. I was like, on the cameras, I caught this motherfucker. So that he came in the next day to get his check, because the next day was Friday. And I handed him his check. I was like, okay, this is your last check, like minus the $26 you took from me. And of course he denies it. I didn't take any money from you. I'll be like, you know I have cameras, right? He's like, yeah, why would I do that? Why would I take money from you? I was like, dude, I fucking caught you. Bro, I caught him red-handed. So I had to fire him. You
took $26 out of his thing?
Out of his last pay? Hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because you took $26 from me. I ain't fucking paying you that $26, bro.
Damn.
Broke even. You're like, really, in reality, like, not that I have to pay him out, but like, you're lucky. I should be able to terminate you without paying you for what you fucking did. I should be able to, but like, I'm gonna take the high road and be professional about it. Here's your money, and I'm not gonna sit here and be a dick to you, but like, you're not working here no more. So it's hard to do that though, because you ever watch Chappelle Show? No, he has a segment on Chappelle. It's called "When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong," and it's about when like you try to keep it real with people and be like, confrontational, I guess, in situations, and how that can go wrong. So as a businessman, I can't be keeping it real 100%. I have to kind of be professional. So I just told him, like, yeah, I caught you, and like, look, I can't afford to lose money in situations like this. Like, I have to wash my ass, because in reality, like, I got loans to pay back, I got rent to pay for this place. If something breaks, I gotta pay for it. Like, I can't be sitting here worried about you taking money from me. I could sit here and slap you on the wrist and tell you don't do that no more. But no, you're done, dog. You're done. And that actually hurt me, because I didn't have that much staff at the time, so I had to hire after that. So like, it's shit like that though. Like, that's the stress that comes with running a restaurant. Like, you have to deal with shit like that. People try to finesse you, and it's like, you got to be on your toes. You got to stay woke. So, yeah.
Do you like your POS system?
I love my POS. I have Toast. Anybody who is trying to start a restaurant, Toast is a little bit more premium price, but you get online ordering, you get in-house marketing, rewards programs. They keep track of all your customers' data. It's so easy to make specials and time things on there. Like, this shit's legit. And it's like, it went down actually the other day. They had a fucking outage. And like, I had someone else, another restaurant owner who has Toast, call me. Like, did your Toast work? I was down for like 30 minutes. He's like, my shit never came back up. I was like, damn, that sucks. My shit was down for 30 minutes and came back on. And then, but Toast was like, apologizing on email. But no, they're legit. Like, I come from the fucking gutters. Like, as far as restaurant work, like, I used to, when I first started working at Bravo, we paper. No fucking POS system. Paper. Write shit down. Tickets on the fucking thing. Slide them in there. Take them to the other side once you put it in the oven. Like, I'm telling you, my old owner was crazy. Like, I fucking had to, like, bro, it was grind. It was grind. Bro, this motherfucker is so crazy. There was one day, I knew he was crazy. I seen him literally throw pans at the wall because he was mad. Like, motherfucker is a psycho. Really? Yeah, he's crazy. But, like, there was one day, sorry, Andre, I don't mean to put you on blast, but you're old anyway, so, like, whatever. It's all good. You're doing your thing. Bro, you're not gonna believe me when I tell you this, but this is a fucking 100% true story, dude. Literally one day, dude, I've been working there for like not too long, but like 9 months maybe. He comes in like from the back door, and I was already working, and he comes in and he's like looking around. He's like, Jimmy, come help me. Am I right? This dude's like, he's an old Frenchman, so he comes back. He's like, come help me, come get something out of my trunk. I was like, all right. So then I'm walking back with him, whatever. Bro, he opens his truck. I swear to God, it's a dead deer. It's a fucking dead deer. The guy is a roadkill. It was a roadkill deer. Neck was fucking broken. Oh. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, what the fuck? And then he was like, all right, grab that arm and I'll grab this one. Bro, we lifted the deer. This shit was so fucking heavy. This shit was so heavy. And I'm like, I don't even want to ask him, like, why the fuck do you have a deer? Because, like, I was scared of the dude because he was a dick. I seen him, like, at this point, he had never been a dick to me, but I had seen him go off on people. Yeah. So I was like, I don't even want to question him. Like, he was an ass. But, he take the deer to behind the restaurant, and there's a chain link fence, and he goes and grabs zip ties, and we fucking hang the deer up. And he's like, all right, thank you. So then I go back inside. This motherfucker literally, dude, gutted the deer and cooked the fucking meat in the oven and ate the fucking meat. I swear to God.
With the pizza oven?
Yes. He's a savage. Like, he's a literal savage. Yeah, bro. Like, I was like, after that, I was like, this dude is crazy. But, yeah, man. That's a fucking story. I have other stories about this guy that I just can't even remember, but I always remember that one. And I tell people that story, like, no, there's no way. I'm like, it really happened. Swear to God. I had to hang a deer up.
I thought you were going to say he used some of the deer meat for, like, pizza toppings.
Oh, no. But, bro, the deer meat smelled bad. Like, it made the whole restaurant smell rotten. And he's like, I can't smell anything. I was like, Andre, it smells bad. And he's like, oh, which kind of whatever. Like, bro, he didn't give a fuck. Like, he's crazy, bro. He's crazy. But dude was the hardest working dude I ever met in my life.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, dude, like, make pizza faster than anyone. Bro, dude was a god in pizza. Like, he's the hardest working man I ever met in my life. But on the other end, dude was like a fucking Neanderthal. Like, he had no sense of civilization whatsoever. But hey, man, like, respect to the dude. I learned a lot from him about, like, hard work and how to hustle. I don't kill deers or pick up dead deers, but you know, I did take some inspiration and influence from his work ethic. So yeah,
pineapple on pizza is fire.
I agree.
People sometimes don't like it, and it's like, bro, you're tripping.
There are people, but pineapple on pizza is very popular. Hawaiian pizza is probably second to pepperoni as far as what I sell pizza wise. Pepperoni, and then it goes Hawaiian. So, like, I think more people like pineapple. I think the people who don't like pineapple are just super vocal about it, but
that's probably what it is then. Huh?
Yeah, most people do. I'm doing the fucking March Madness. We're gonna find out what people like. I really don't want pepperoni to win because I feel like pepperoni is just the obvious choice. But yeah.
Last question: did you get invited to this pizza festival in Vegas?
I did, in a way. They sent me in the mail free tickets because it's usually like $100-$120 per ticket. They sent me 2 free tickets.
Who?
The Pizza Expo. Some like the executive, and he sent me 2 free tickets, like a promo code to redeem them. So then I told the owner of Bravo and Longboat, and he was telling me he wanted to go anyways, and I was like, I got 2 free tickets. He's like, all right, let's go. So we're gonna go. It'll be fun. I feel like, because I'm still new in the industry, I feel like it'll be a good exposure to me to, like, learn, like, what other people are doing and take inspiration from that. And then also, I like the Pizza Expo will be fun, but I want to go watch this Anderson .Paak Bruno Mars concert really badly. I'm gonna go watch that concert. But the Pizza Expo will be cool. I'm looking to like do custom boxes and stuff like that. So I know they'll have vendors there, so I'll be able to meet people and see what my options are and see what other people in the industry are doing. See, they have like keynote speakers on people who've owned chains of restaurants and things like that. So it'll be cool. It's they do a good show. It's at the convention center in Las Vegas. It's a big deal. They do it every year. So it'll be fun. I'm excited for that.
Why do you get tickets sent to you guys? Like, do they just know you guys own a pizza business, or?
We're subscribed to what's it called? PMQ, the pizza magazine, or something like that. I think it's PQM or PMQ. It's like the biggest pizza magazine in the country, or in the world, I think. We were featured in the magazine. They wrote an article about us when.
Are you serious?
Yeah, when we bought the restaurant Bitcoin.
Damn.
They had an article about us.
That's cool. That's really cool.
It was pretty dope. So I'm wondering when I go if there'll be some people, because I don't think it's like a super big story. Like, it didn't go viral and everyday people know about it, but I think some people in the industry will recognize me probably and be like, you're the guy that bought it in Bitcoin. And I'm going to be with the other guys like, you guys are the ones that, yeah, be like, yeah. So it'll be cool. It'll be nice to network with people and kind of just get ideas, because I'm telling you got to like know other people. Like, you got to work through other people and take as much help as you can get and kind of help other people in the same vein. So it'll be fun. I'm excited for that. So that's March 22nd through the 24th. I will be in Las Vegas, and it's going to be lit.
Are you nervous leaving the restaurant for like the weekend or whatever?
It's during the week, so it's not going to be super busy. Yeah, it's
okay.
Tuesday through Thursday.
Okay.
So I'll be back for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the busy days. But a little bit, but I've learned that like I can't stress over that, because that just takes energy from you. Like, you can't. But man, yeah. I have confidence in who I have there now, so they'll be fine. They'll be fine. I just have to make sure like they know how to prep and make dough, because I usually make dough. So like they're gonna have to make the dough, and it's like they don't know how much dough to make and when to make it exactly. I kind of just do that and don't really explain it. But
you better start explaining tomorrow then.
Yeah,
right?
I know. So like I'll probably have a good amount of dough prep before I leave, and tell them like just make like a full batch of dough on Wednesday, and then like you should be good until Friday. So like, but like there's ways like, he's got to kind of I know the pizza, like what I know my restaurant like top to fucking bottom. So like I'm not really stressed about it. But if they get busy, like they're kind of fucked. You know what I mean? I'm not there, and like they kind of need that direction sometimes. So if they get super busy on one of those days, like that's gonna suck. And I'm in Vegas, I can't just fucking teleport and be like, hey. Yeah. So but we're gonna see. This guy who wants to be a manager, like he's gonna have to take the reign, and you got bumps to make and shit to figure out on the way. So if he kind of gets fucked up and it sucks for him, I'm not gonna be mad. I'm like, hey, it's a learning experience. Like, this is part of the process. Yeah. So it'll be fun though. But the Pizza Expo, like I feel like I don't want to miss that. Like, it's gonna be a good experience.
Are you gonna bring some of your dishes out there, or like? You're just going around, you're like, yo, I own this place in Santa Maria, like, holler.
Yeah.
Like, you have business cards or then be
I have business cards I'll probably bring. I'll be talking to, like, they have different exhibits and stuff you could go, and they pay people to pay, like, big-time pizza people to come out and have their own exhibit and things like that. I'm not having my own exhibit there, so it's going to be hard to mix, but I'll kind of be able to meet people, and then, yeah, it'll be cool. I'm probably going to just try to kind of network and see what other people are doing and see if I could take some inspiration from other people and shit. I need to trademark my Tuesday special, because people are fucking biting off that shit. And then I need to trademark my 789 special before I even launch it, because knowing Fatty's guy in Longboat, like, he's going to copy me on that shit too or something. And then I'm going to have to run the fade with him. Like, I'm from Longboat, so like, bro, don't come to my town and start trying to do my shit, bro. Like, I won't throw the hands with you. I'll pop up and be like, nah, fuck that. But, whatever. Imitation is the best form of flattery. So thank you. I know you're watching me. Thank you very much for copying me, because now I know what I'm doing. You wish you were doing. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, it's all good.
Did you have fun at that Connect the Coast event, downtown SLO, Frog and Peach? The last time I saw you.
That was my birthday.
That was your birthday?
Yeah.
Bro, happy birthday.
Thank you. Bro. Yeah, so that was yeah, bro, hell yeah, bro. Connect the Coast, dude. I told you I'm not impressed. I'm not easily impressed by people and like what they do. I was impressed with your podcast, and like I'm not impressed by a lot of things. I'll watch professional podcasts and be like, this shit is hot ass, but they have a good production. You know what I mean? But like,
I agree with that.
But their conversations are dull. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I'm not impressed musically too, dude. I'm not very impressed by a lot of things. Like I'll hear most music on the radio. I'm like, this shit is ass.
Yep.
But bro, Connect the Coast, they're legit. They're talented, bro. Jay Riley is legit. Like, first of all, Jay Riley, I didn't know he had piano skills and he could sing like that. Yeah. He went off. I saw his little video he put on Instagram of him playing the piano. Bro, he went like, bro, he's good. And I showed my mom. I was like, tell me not, this guy's good. She's like, he's really good. She's like, I saw him when he was at the music festival. Because my mom was there, and I was like, yeah, nice. Like, he's legit. And then Shorty Doo-Wop, I don't know if you know who that is, the dude with the cane.
Yeah.
Bro, he's got bars too. Like, he raps, like, he talks about, like, biblical shit. And, like, bro, he goes in. Lord Sanctus, bro, he's basically. They all have bars. They're all legit, and they have a vibe. Like, they're all kind of on a similar vibe. Like, what they do, like, I see what they're doing, and I get what's going on over there. And, like, they're legit. Bro, I was watching Connect the Coast radio earlier today. You ever watch their radio?
Yes.
They had it on earlier today, even on Tuesdays, and I was watching it earlier, and he was just playing music from other people around the coast. And bro, like, there's a lot of talented musicians in our area, like from SLO all the way to like Thousand Oaks. Like, you wouldn't think of it, and I can't fucking make music. I don't think I ever could, but like, they're legit. Like, they're good. There's some good ass people, and kudos to them, because it's hard to be creative like that. So yeah, man, but they're legit. They're dope as fuck. That one song, they have one song. It's fucking, Cav, Brother C? Yeah, he has one song, and they play it at the library all the time. Whenever he's DJing, it's called I Think I'm in Love. Bro, that shit fucking slaps. That shit slaps so hard. Like, that shit could be a radio hit. The production on it, everything is so crisp. And, like, he fucking sings. Like, bro, he's going off. Like, bro, that song is hard as fuck. They're legit. It's sad, though, how fucked up the music industry is, that you can't even, like, real talent doesn't really get you anywhere in the music industry. Like, you need to, like, know people in power. So it's like, it's kind of fucked that way, but hey, man, like, they're talented and they got my full support. I will be there the next time they're doing it next Wednesday, I think. Next Wednesday. Next Wednesday. Frog and Peach again.
Already?
Yeah.
That was fucking fast.
Yeah, they said they were going to do it like monthly or like every so often.
Okay, I'll try and pull up.
I will 99% chance be there, unless I can't, but if I can, I'll be there. But yeah, bro, they're legit. They have my full support, because not a lot of people are, I think their movement, like, they're highlighting what talent is really here. So it's dope. They do dope shit.
I remember at the last one, I like the end of it. I was like drunk as fuck, and then I remember seeing you in the front, and I was like, dude, I gotta get this guy on the fucking podcast. I was like, yo, bro, like, what's good?
I know when you came up to me, you were like, Jimmy's Bravo Pizza. I was like, what? Like, no one knows that. Like, what the fuck? I tried to stay low key, but like, and you're like, oh, and you told me how. I was like, oh, okay. And then I think we were on stage, because Lord Sanctus was like, who wants a shot? Yeah. I was like, let's go. We were up there, and then yeah. So that was tight. Yeah, but like the movement they got going on over there is dope. Yeah. So I'll they got my support, and I see other people too. They have other people's support. It's a movement, bro. Like, it's all, you need other people to be a part of the movement. Like, if you're doing anything, like, you can't do it. You can't do it alone. I fucking tried, bro. I tried to do it by myself. I learned the hard way. Like, you talking about how you were alone in Oregon for 9 months. Like, bro, I know what that's like. I know what being alone is like. It fucking sucks. Like, it's not fun. But it's like, at the end, when you come out of it, you're kind of like, okay, like, you feel like you learn a lot about yourself. So it's like, but I know that in numbers, like, people we're strong. So yeah, man, it's a movement. We're moving somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So yeah.
For sure, bro. Well, anything you want to say before we dip to anybody watching?
Follow me on Instagram at Jimmy's Bravo Pizza. Come try my pizza if you haven't already. If you have, come try it again. That's it. Like, support local businesses, support local creatives, support local people who are trying to chase a dream, because those same people who would support trying to chase a dream. If you chase your dream, we're gonna support you because we understand what it's like. So, yeah, man, it's a movement. This isn't just me. This isn't just Laser. This isn't just whoever else is trying to do this. This is all of us. It's together. So, yeah, man, trying to make this area popping again, I guess. I'm gonna make a hat one day. It's gonna be purple. This is my idea. It's a purple hat because I like purple. I'm a big Prince fan. I like purple, but it's also red and blue mixed, which is like conservative Republican Democrat red and blue mix makes purple, right? The hat's gonna say "Make pizza fun again." And it's gonna be in purple, and it's just kind of like fuck all that political shit. If you're a person and you know, like, I don't care. I do care what your beliefs are. I don't want you to be, you know, stupid or be an asshole, but like, it's all love. It's all love always. So, yeah, let's.
For sure, bro. Well, I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, man.
Talked about a lot of dope shit, man. I appreciate you for sure. I always like it when a business owner comes on, cause like you guys are like, you guys have something that you're doing. Like, it's like a full-time job 24/7. Like, not a day goes by where you're not thinking about your own business. Like, you have to be, bro. Like, that's part of you. It's part of your passion. So I appreciate when you guys come on. It's always fun reaching out to people. And the thing is, it's great to when you reach out to people and they're like, yeah, bro, let's fucking do it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, once you told me, you were like, come on my podcast. I was like, oh, that's mandatory. I literally heard right before you asked me that too. Lord Sanctus was like, shout out to Laser. He's got the dopest podcast on the Central Coast. And I was like, who's that? Like, I didn't even know who you were yet. So then when you told me, like, I have a podcast, I was like, oh, my homeboy. Like, most definitely, I'll be on your podcast. So, yeah. But,
all right, bro. I appreciate you. It's been fun. It's been a fun episode. I'm excited to get this one out there, for sure.
When are you going to post it?
No fucking idea.